Welcome to PaleriderTV. Split speed limits are not a good thing. 75 for cars, 65 for big trucks. It's just a disaster waiting to happen. Some states have done away with split speed limits. Other states still have them. Other states are trying to get more. This is nuts. Nuts, I say. I don't like split speeds. It is not a good thing to have. So, got this article from Landline Media. We're going to share it here. Let me see here. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. Here we go. There we go. All right. Bills in 7 states call for speed limit changes. Pursuit ongoing at state houses from Oregon to West Virginia with revised speed limit rules. Legislation includes the elimination of speed limit differentials for cars and trucks and increased speeds for all vehicles. The Owner Operator Independent Driver Association, which I referred to throughout this article as OOIDA or OOIDA, says roadways are safest when all vehicles are allowed to travel at the same rate of speed. The association does not advocate for a specific speed limit. Now, here's the first state, Indiana. Now, they used to have split speeds. We all know that. They still do, I believe. The state getting the most attention for its speed limit legislation is Indiana. Indiana law allows cars to drive 70, while vehicles in excess of 26,000 pounds are limited to 65. The Senate Homeland Security and Transportation Committee voted last week to advance a bill to do away with the speed limit differential on the state's fastest roadways. Specific roadways affected would be rural stretches of interstate and on the Indiana Toll Road. Senator Jim Tomes, Republican Wadesville, told the committee it simply makes sense to adopt uniform speeds for all vehicles. There you go. I agree. The logic behind it, if everyone is flowing at the same speed, traffic moves better, and you don't have people stacking up on each other, getting behind a slower moving vehicle. I'm thinking this makes sense to let these trucks run even speed with cars and pickup trucks. The bill, SB 13, has moved to the full Senate. Senator Mark Mesmer R. Jasper has been added as a lead sponsor. Doug Morris, OIDA Director of Safety and Security Operations, says speed differentials are based on a flawed belief that slower trucks equal safer trucks. Well, if everybody else is going slow, yeah, but trucks going slow, cars going fast, that's not a good thing. He adds that is simply not the case. It's encouraging to see the legislature pursuing Indiana to correct a law that was flawed in nature and did nothing to improve highway safety. New York, New York, upstate New York, the whole state of New York. We all know about that. New York permits all vehicles to travel 65 on interstate highways and other limited access roads. One Senate bill would bump authorized speeds for cars and trucks to 70. Senator Tom O'Meara, Republican, Big Flats, wrote in a bill memo the change would keep New York in with the maximum speeds in many other states. The majority of states across the country have speed limits that exceed 65 miles an hour. New York has failed to keep up with the rest of the country by not adapting a more efficient speed limit. This bill would correct this inefficiency. I guess that's what that means. I don't know what that word is. By allowing for a 70-mile speed limit where appropriate. The bill SB 2209 is in the Senate Transportation Committee. Here we go. North Dakota, way up there in North Dakota. North Dakota House lawmakers have approved a bill to increase speed limits for all drivers. State law authorizes speeds of 75 on interstates, 49 and 94. Speeds along four-lane divided highways are set at 70. Two lanes are posted at 65. Sponsored by Ben R. West Fargo. HB 1475 would authorize vehicles to travel 80 on the interstates. Sounds kind of like Texas. Advocates at the State House say the change would allow for more efficient travel through the state. Koppelman adds that 6 nearby states already permit 80 miles an hour travel. Critics are concerned about drivers using the proposed threshold to further push the limit of 80. 80 means 100. Koppelman said that simply is not true. Studies have shown that as speed limits increase, drivers do not necessarily increase their speed by the same amount. The bottom line is people drive the speed that they feel safe and comfortable at, not the speed limit. Others worry that many large trucks have their speed governed, and a wider speed gap would result between affected trucks and other vehicles. The bill has moved to the Senate Transportation Committee. Oregon. A 2-year-old state law permits Oregon cities to apply for the authority to designate speed limits on local roads. The same authority is given to Clackamas and Mokmama, I guess, counties. The State Department of Transportation is responsible for delegating which locales receive the authority to set speeds on roads under their jurisdiction. Speed must be set under criteria adopted by the Highway Agency. One House bill would add Marion County to the list of counties with jurisdiction to designate speeds on highways within a county's jurisdiction. Marion County includes the city of Salem. The bill, HB 3188, is in the House Transportation Committee. And we got a couple more here. Oh, three more. South Carolina. One South Carolina House bill addresses concern about slow moving traffic on the state's fastest highways. State law prohibits slow moving vehicles from impeding the normal and reasonable movement of traffic. Exceptions are made when reduced speed is necessary for safe operation. South Carolina DOT and local authorities are also authorized to establish minimum speed zones. Affected areas can be set when engineering traffic investigation shows that slow speeds on a portion of highway consistently impede the normal and reasonable movement of traffic. Sponsored by Rep. J. Todd Rutherford D. Richland, H3364 would raise the minimum speed along the state's interstates. I guess it's supposed to speed limit of maximum 70. The minimum would be 50, up from 45. The state DOT estimated that about 230 signs would need to be posted new minimum speed. Yep. 230 signs will cost the state or the taxpayers $200,000. Speed limits. This is from Texas. Speed limits are also a topic of multiple Texas bills. The first bill would authorize the use of variable speed limits. Variable speed limits use speed limit signs that change to slow drivers to avoid creating heavy traffic congestion. The Texas A&M Transportation Institute provides information on how the process works. HB 1885 would allow the temporary lowering of a speed limit to address inclement weather, congestion, road construction, or any other conditions that affect orderly movement of traffic. The bill clarifies that variable speeds will be based on an engineering and traffic investigation. Variable speeds could not be set less than 10 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. A nearly identical bill, HB 1639, does not include the 10 mile per hour provision. All right, last but not least, West Virginia. In one West, if one West Virginia lawmaker gets his way, the maximum speed on rural portions of interstate would get a bump. State law permits 75 mile per hour travel on rural interstates. In 2019, a House resolution approved by the legislature gave the West Virginia DOT authority to increase the speed limit on interstate highways from 70 to 75. Yeah, Senator Robert Karnes, Republican Randolph, has introduced a bill to authorize 80 miles an hour speeds on interstate highways and four-lane limited access highways. The bill provides an exception for portions of those roadways passing through city limits or municipalities. The bill, SB 34, is in the Senate Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. So there you go. There's the little article about speed limits, split speed limits, all that good stuff. So let me know in the comment section what you think about these split speeds. And seem like most of them are raising the speed limits in their states, the 7 that I named. So I guess that's a good thing. So I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe.